Hello and welcome to
Ho!
Fantasy Smack Talk NBA edition. And we're going to start off this show with talking about a few guys you should be looking to buy low on or trying to trade for. And the first two I'm going to pair together, it's Kevin Martin and Danny Granger. If you're sitting towards the top of your league and you're pretty comfortable, maybe you want to try to trade for these two guys. They're only going to be out 3 to 4 more weeks. If you can get them cheap when they come back, they're going to be huge value for your team, a lot of points and a lot of other things.
And another guy, Nate Robinson. Finally, there's some whispers of a trade. It seemed like it took forever. The guy's been benched for, I don't even remember how long.
It was like a month.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But he's available in a lot of leagues. Pick him up now, but if he's still owned, you might want to try to trade for him cheap. These trades don't happen overnight. He might not be on a new team for maybe 2 or 3 more weeks, but if he ends up in the right situation, he could be a top 25 fantasy player. So get him now before it's too late.
All right, let's get into some must-adds in almost all leagues, all formats. The first one's Nate Robinson, for every reason that Dustin said. Then we have Lou Williams. He's only owned in about 70% of leagues. He had a fractured jaw a little bit back, and at that time he was owned in almost 100. When the report came out, they said he was going to be out about 4.5 years, so everyone dropped him, or a lot of people did. Go snag him before those owners can grab him up again. Then we have Maurice Spites, the center for the 76ers. Young player, ton of upside, and he's not just a rebounder, shot blocker. He's been scoring a decent amount as of late as well. Then we have Chris Duhon. Normally we would say he's just an assist role type player, but he's with Larry Hughes out. He's been getting a lot of shots and knocking them down, so he's been getting some added bonus with the points. Next we have Corey Maggette. He's only owned in 70% of leagues, which is just insane. Nelly plays him at center even.
The guy's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a scorer. He's a straight scorer for your team. And last on this list, we have Mike Conley. He's a young player with a ton of upside. He's been up and down, but he might have figured it out. He's been playing very well lately. If this keeps up, he's a great addition to your team.
All right, let's take a look at some guys we think you should add in deeper leagues. We got 3 centers for you. We got Joel Przybyla owned in 40% of leagues, Tyson Chandler owned in 50%, and Chris Anderson owned in 65%. Przybyla and Chandler, they're not much more than rebounders. They will get you about 1.5 blocks, but their rebounds have been pretty on point lately. So if you need a role player rebounder, we like those guys. But out of the 3, I like Chris Anderson the most, the Birdman. I think he has the biggest upside because he puts up his stat lines with only about 20 minutes a game. If there's an injury out there in Denver and he gets up to about 25, maybe 30 minutes a game, he could be a top 15 center. So I say pick up Chris Anderson if he's available out of the 3, but all 3 of these guys got value in deeper leagues. Now 3 guys to keep an eye on. We got Serge Ibaka, center out there for Oklahoma. There's not much competition at the center spot out there. You're definitely going to want to keep an eye on him. He's only owned in 5% of leagues right now. Also, Blair out there with the Spurs.
I don't know why the bullets pass on him. It kills me. He's a rebounding machine.
He's been looking pretty good lately. He's starting, but he's not playing that many minutes. If he starts consistently playing about 25 minutes, we think he definitely has some fantasy value. And one guy I really like, I'm really high on, is Sonny Weems for Toronto. He's on a young team. It's his 2nd year. He's only owned in 5% of leagues right now. I think he could definitely be maybe a 12-5-5 guy if he continues to get the minutes. But right now, just keep an eye on him. But he is worth maybe adding in some really deep leagues. But that's it for this week's show.
And I just want to point out, I know their name's the Wizards now before the emails start coming in. I hate the fact they changed their name. The Bullets is so much better.
That's it for this week's show. Football is over, so we're only going to be focusing on basketball from here on out. But we'll be here every week. Until then, we'll see you in the forums.